Mahomes now on first down. It's complete to Williams. He's still fighting forward and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not that time for Watkins. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. That's complete to Meredith. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 25 yards that time. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze completes this one to Meredith. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ready? 5-9.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio that should ever be in any discussion.
A good pickup there, a 22.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. fans a reminder. I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Reggie Ragland gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. To try again after the sack. Breeze, incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Breeze now. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Oh, some strong running. He's still barreling through. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
Under 10, kill. First and 10 at the 19-yard line. Shoot! 12.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They go play action here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Breeze now to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it's 3rd and goal. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And he pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. So we've reached the intermit. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Breeze. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. To throw, it's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Oh, Travis Kelce unable to pull it in, but now it's 3rd and goal. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So they get a break there as the penalty moves him to the 5 for another 3rd and goal. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. He got it in the end zone. So instead of trying to get 1 point closer, they roll the dice on the fake and come up with 2. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Chris Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. After the sack on first down, Breeze, and brought in by the tight end Cook.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Mike's ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Here we go, here we go. Sammy.
On third and long, it's Breeze. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Mahomes going to throw. They complete it to Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Breeze going to throw. Ginn has it complete. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn. 77 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And they will finally get him down. How about that return? They'll be set up well as time has run out in this third quarter. Back now in Miami. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And just shutting him off there. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 47 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where... And look at this! They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into it.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. Watkins, the intended receiver. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 65 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. Hey, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the night. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football, you often find good running lanes.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good one, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Yellow. Let's go,
On 1st down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel down.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Come on now.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime,